Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate and mourn the death of an American amusement park. Six Flags America in Bowie, Maryland. It's my first time at this park and my last time here. So yeah, thanks for joining me here on this brisk day. I flew all the way from California to be here just to give this park a whirl. Obviously, I've heard a lot of things not great about this Six Flags park, but let's get on Raging Cajun. The River Shawn spinning mouse from 2014 was suffering a technical delay, so let's get on this PTC. All right, so we're gonna come over here to this 1986 PTC Classic, the wild one. Look at that, 1917. Absolutely gutted. I don't even know what this ride's gonna be like, but just losing a coaster like this, I'm not seeing them relocating this one. I mean, I don't really know, but we can just speculate at this point. But yeah, it's just so sad to be riding this ride right now. Over 100 years old, and this is gonna be my only shot on it, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Choice to give visual confirmation. You had to get out of it. They're chasing me. Well, that's been a while. I don't know which time you do that trip around the park. And you may pick up all your loose articles like a dozen.
All right, 1986 PTC Woody is complete, and I am so sad that that one is leaving because I loved Wild One. What a great wooden coaster. I sat towards the back in a non-wheel seat, the out and back. The turnaround was weak, but everything else really delivered. It was a bigger PTC than I thought. It actually got pretty big out there. There was this really cool near miss element kind of deal with I think it was a log flume or something. There was almost like a tunnel. Really cool, but there's a lot of double ups, double downs. There was an ending helix, which was really unique, I felt like, for a PTC. Really strong finale. That really had some great laterals. And I think one of my favorite parts, besides the double ups and double downs and the second hill, was there was a part on the return leg where you got sideways airtime. It was pretty cool. So you got some laterals and airtime at the same time. Really cool. So wow, great ride. I really hope to get another ride on that before I leave today. So prioritizing credits right now, but yeah, I really hope to get another ride on that one later. And right in through there, you could barely tell where Wild One goes under that rock work. Really awesome. Here it comes. Right there. Such a great part of the ride. So if you've ever watched any of my videos for more than 1 minute, you know that I grew up going to Geauga Lake. So this has been kind of sad for me because, you know, there's a lot of similarities. I know there's a lot of talk about with this park being, you know, not up to par, not being the best Six Flags park and things, but, you know, whether or not you agree with that, this has still been here for 50 years in this community. So I empathize wholeheartedly with all the locals and fans of this park, like people who had worked here over the years, people who wanted to bring their kids or grandkids here, could no longer do that. And just speaking from a Geauga Lake fan, someone who has experienced the shareholder execution of a park, you know, these are someone's memories.
Wait, stop. You can't do this. Why? Because these are somebody else's wishes. They're somebody else's dreams.
It's really sad, honestly. Like, there's some great rides here. There's a lot of parts of the park that look really great. If you're watching this and this is one of your home parks, or you grew up coming to Six Flags America, I'm sorry. You know, it is a long road ahead. I think about Geauga Lake a lot. It's one of the reasons why I started this whole channel, Defunct Coasters. You know, I can't go ride the Big Dipper anymore, and that still sucks to this day, even though it's been closed well over 10 years. I feel really bad for all the locals here. And yeah, just corporations are being all corporation-y. And what can you say? The shareholders are never pleased. Joker's Jinx is closed, and I have not seen Superman running, but I do see that lift motor going, so I don't know. The Batwing already in the great coaster theme park in the sky. Batwing, I will not get on that one, obviously. That's the only one I hadn't gotten on. Actually, technically, I didn't get on the one in California's Great America either. But I've been on Kings Island, Geauga Lake, Carowinds. I didn't really care for them that much, but it would have been great to get all of them though. But
devices can become projectiles while the ride is in motion.
Two rides on Superman Ride of Steel. Wow. I'm already feeling pretty gutted about this park, honestly. What a great ride. I loved that ride. I loved the Intamin. Favorite parts were obviously the first drop was so great, and then right into that right-hand turn. It was so strong. I loved that part. And then right up into the first Camelback. It was a great sequence to start. I know a lot of people talk about the straight track and everything, but I didn't mind it because you're like kind of back there, really cool setting, and you're just going fast at a roller coaster. So yeah, I don't ever get what I know enthusiasts don't like the straight track, but I'm different. I do like the straight track. I like going fast on straight track. I think it's cool. You're in an Intamin car. It's great. Obviously, the first drop was a lot better in the back seat. You got way more pull, and you got some really good, actually some like ejector, I'd say, on the first drop. However, I think overall in the front row, you really got the sense of speed a little bit better. And then also the Camelbacks, I think, hit harder as they usually do in the front. So yeah, I really like that one. I'm gonna put it ahead of hypers, like all the B&M hypers. And I'm gonna put it probably behind Mamba. So I think I have it like at number 35. I'll see where that's at exactly my rankings. Really love this presentation on Joker's Jinx. Look at the Joker there. Wow, this is really cool. Well, I enjoyed Joker's Jinx quite a bit. I'd put that ahead of the Flight of Fears for sure. I do like the theming, obviously, a lot better inside, but as far as the ride goes, I felt it was way smoother than the indoor ones. And the first couple elements, that launch was so great. You know, the old school premiere launch, it was awesome. It was everything that you wanted it to be. And then those first couple elements were really great. I felt it did kind of meander, kind of in the middle of the ride, but then it picked right back up at the end of the ride, and it was pretty awesome. There were some great snappy transitions. The last inversion was really great. So really cool ride on Joker's Jinx. My third most anticipated of today. It lived up to the hype. A little bit of a wait for the Reverchon spinning mouse, but hey, we gotta wait for it. It's the only shot.
Yeah, we saw them running.
Alright, so I had a spin on this Reverchon spinning mouse, and yeah, I did not like it very much. I actually had to wait about an hour for it because there was a breakdown and I was like 3 cycles away, so I didn't really want to get out of line. And I need the credit because I'm not going to be back here. So yeah, so I waited that long for it, and yeah, not worth it, but got the credit. Spinning mice are not my favorite. Next up is Firebird. This is the original B&M, now with floorless trains. This has a really bad reputation, so let's give it a spin. This queue is awesome. It comes like right on the side here. I love it. And a really great view of the ride. All right, Firebird is also closed down when we got up to the station, so they are looking very perplexed, all 5 of the maintenance men. So I don't know, hopefully we'll come back to this one. Time for the 1998 GCI Roar. What an entrance sign. Love that. I actually really wanted to ride this back in the 90s when this first came out. It just looked like so modern. Kind of funny to think about. Dude, Firebird actually looks like really cool over here.
Take that back. Bye.
Roar, the 1998 GCI, or should I say Roar. That was something else. That was really rattly. Not only was it bone shaking, but there was also a couple lateral jolts that just slammed your shoulder into the side of the train, and it hurt so bad. I don't see anything happening with Roar. Maybe just burn it with firewood.
Hey, what's up? You see, I don't need something anymore. Not from them, not from you. I tried. What it does.
They must have just redid this area even though it's closing, because this looks really nice back here. Even that SLC looks really cool back there. Not really looking forward to riding it, but looks great over here. All right, the first coaster with 2 train ops today is the SLC in the corner of the park. All right. This SLC, this one might take the cake. I know I just said the last SLC I rode was the worst one, but this one takes the cake. This one was extraordinarily rough. A lot of headbanging, so much headbanging. I don't see this one getting moved anywhere either. Extremely rough, very, very rough ride. Fire Runner is reopened. So hopefully we'll get a ride on shortly.
Okay, this time you ready to go. Sit back, relax, enjoy your ride. I'll see you in the back. Bye. Bye. Bye.
right, Firebird. Yes, it was very headbangy. Actually, it wasn't like too bad in the first half, but then there was one part somewhere down in this track work. There was a couple parts actually where you really got a lot of neck banging. But the first corkscrew, actually, this corkscrew down here, you really get tossed. It has a lot of whip to it, so I wasn't expecting that. And then also, I didn't realize there is a fire element, which was really a great fire element, so I was not expecting that. So it wasn't all bad, but yeah, I don't see this one surviving either, even though it is a piece of history. Well, I guess we'll see what happens with Firebird. I love fun little paths like this. It's a cool little bridge. All right, last credit of the day on the Great Chase here in Looney Tunes Movie Town. Let's see if we can get a ride. There's a little bit of a wait.
Back riders, I hope you enjoyed your ride. Please make sure to pick up any used articles. And please remain tuned to the ride comes to a full complete stop. Thank you and hope you enjoy your ride. Rest of your day. Have this.
And that's all, folks, for my credits here today. Got all 8 credits, so now I'm sitting at 312 credits. And this was also my 50th park, according to Log Ride. So that's pretty great milestones today. Very sad to see this park going, actually. And I can't believe this is gonna be the first and last time I walk out of these gates. Can't believe this park is closing. I enjoyed my time here. As far as the rides go, the top 3 for me, Superman, Wild One, and Joker's Jinx, were a really great top 3 in my opinion. I didn't like anything after that. It was all pretty much rough and stuff. But yeah, the top 3 was really great. I really hope that they do something with Joker's Jinx and Superman. It'd be great if they could move Wild One again, but who knows. But that, yeah, those 3 were really great rides. Yeah, but once again, I just feel so gutted for fans of this park, for locals, for people who work here, who had a job here. It seems like a lot of people who were working here really enjoyed their job. So yeah, just a really, really, really sad day. A day of mourning, really, but I'm really glad I got on those credits. The Intamin Superman Ride of Steel was so great. I really hope that they put that somewhere. Michigan's Adventure would be a perfect spot for that. I really hope that they save that one because that is such a great ride, and it would be sad to see an Intamin go. We need all the Intamins in America we can keep, so hopefully they don't scrap that one. Yeah, just really sad. He's talking to a lot of locals, a lot of enthusiasts here from all over the country and the world. There's a lot of international enthusiasts here as well, trying to get their last rides in. So yeah, very kind of somber mood, but a lot of people having a lot of fun, enjoying the park for the last couple days. And yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully the next one is a little bit more fun, and we'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one.